There it is. So that, look at the other dog and then immediate, bam, I know what I'm supposed to do. Look back at Kayla, we're gonna jackpot reward that. Luna. Luna. One of the realities of life is your dog is going to make mistakes when there are big challenging distractions. So at this stage of training, we want to make sure, for one, that the dog knows how to recover from those mistakes if they happen. One of the more common things that you'll see is another dog distracting your dog on a walk, running up to you, or barking at you from across the street or something. So do you have the ability to transport your dog past an unstable or potentially unsafe dog? Part of it is working on impulse control with your dog. So if there's another dog moving quickly around them and you have them in an obedience command like a heel, can they stay in that command and ignore the other dog? Luna. Almost. Good girl. So there's a little bit of, she thought about it, but Kayla was able to get her back tuned in really easy. That's what we want to see. So we're going to push it a little bit more. Luna, heel. Good. People might be the bigger challenge. Luna.
No, let's go.
There we go. So that was a big fail right there. That's what we want to get rid of, that impulse there. Luna. Sit.
Good. There you go. That's
Luna.
That's it right here. Good girl. Yes.
Not too bad. She did kind of hesitate, lost track of what she was supposed to be doing. Heel. So what we want to do is keep working it until we see confidence, no, sit, in the dog's decision making here. That lets us know that she actually understands what we want her to do.
There you go.
Luna.
No,
And what that is like when you're presented with this scenario, another dog running past you, but I told you to heel, which do you pick? Do you fixate on the other dog? Do you let your intrusive thoughts take over? Luna, heel. Sit. Or do you maintain the position that you were commanded to be in?
Heel. There you go.
So we're going to slow her down. Luna.
Yeah,
There it is. So that, look at the other dog and then immediate, bam, I know what I'm supposed to do. Look back at Kayla, we're going to jackpot reward that. Every single time we see that, we're going to reward that. Luna, let's go. That's ultimately what we want. Heel. Good. Down.
Yep. There you go.
Luna.
No. Yep.
And she's all over the place right now. So this is the thing, sit, with a lot of doodles. They're very, very impulsive. They're just happy-go-lucky, goofy. And that goofiness will get them into trouble because a lot of times they act without thinking. Luna.
No.
I'm the bigger distraction. I might just use myself here. So
No.
I'll show you down what this looks like with a lot of doodles that are very, very, social, people driven.
There you go. No, let's go. Lulu, let's go. Heel.
This is what we call a controlled distraction. I can dial up the difficulty up or down, but I'm obviously going to make her struggle more than the other dog. The other dog is kind of tempting. I'm very tempting. But the goal of this whole program is to make the dog's training resilient, reliable, under pressure in the real world. So we have to test these things and we have to proof against them.
Good girl. Yes, there she is. Good girl.
So I'm going to tempt her on purpose, give her the opportunity to fail or succeed. It's up to her. Kayla is going to give her feedback based on which choice she makes.
Heel. Good. Yep. There you go. That's a good
Nice,
girl.
there it is. Wish we had the camera on the other side so you could really see her thought process there. That was good. So we'll see. We want to see if we can get her to do that consistently, not just a one-off win. We want to make sure that that lesson sunk in.
There you go. Good girl. Yes, there she
Perfect.
is.
So if that becomes repeatable, then it is safe to assume she learned the lesson. Now we just have to continue to enforce that standard. But it's not fair to enforce rules if you haven't taught the dog what they are. So we have to give them these opportunities to try things, to try to, you know, go ahead and try. If you want to go over that other person, go ahead, do it. See what happens.
Good girl.
And then
Yes, there she
if you're fair with your consequences and with your communication, if you've properly taught the dog what the word no means, how to respond to the e-collar, how to respond to you verbally, all these things that we just spent the last 2 weeks doing before we got here. If you've done that, you've done your homework, you haven't skipped steps, you haven't cut corners, this is the outcome. It's really clear. Like low-level e-collar work can really communicate this to the dog.
That's a good girl. Yes.
Where now she's like, I'm not even gonna look at that guy. I know what I'm supposed to do here. That is perfect. That's what we want to see. So we went from her being super tempted by me, a couple reps with some clear feedback, good timing by Kayla when she would go make the mistake. Nope, don't do this instead. Let's do it one more time. And we allow the dog to rise to the challenge, demonstrate their understanding.
Nope.
She's happily avoiding the distraction. We'll do it one more time. Because like we're paying you for it. If you make the right decision, you get a giant paycheck for it, right? Like there has to be something in it for the dog. Boop, 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 boop.
No. Yep.
So I made it a little bit more difficult there. So we'll do this. We'll show you now that she can ignore the kissy noises. Now we'd make it a little bit more difficult. This is how you actually like long-term build resiliency. As soon as the dog is proficient with ignoring one thing, one level of difficulty, go up a little bit, make it a little bit harder.
There you go.
Hey, pop, 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 pop.
Girl. Yes.
She's like, I'm not leaving Kayla. There we go. That's what we want to see. That's what I'm talking about.